Hello again. I just read a rather interesting article that one of my favorite viewers sent me. She sends me an awful lot of good material. And this one's posted on Patriot News 2. You won't have to look for it. The link will be attached. The title of this is The Crying Game 2. Obama admits wife is a transsexual man named Michael. Admiral Mike Mullen looks confused. You'll see a series of pictures and little video clips along with some verbiage. Anyone that has any doubt is delusional. You're not living in the real world. Now, you want to sort of stop and ask yourself a series of questions. Since this White House was taken over by the chosen one, a lot of things have changed in America. Obama has attacked the churches. He's pushed homosexuality everywhere that he possibly can. Many states now, including Utah, permit gay marriage. He's also been pushing the drug agenda. That's why states across the country can now legally allow their citizens to purchase marijuana. When Reagan was in power, there was a no-tolerance policy. I remember reading where a very wealthy yacht owner, when his yacht was searched, there was a joint in his jacket in his closet. He lost his yacht. Now the reverse has taken place. People in D.C. can legally smoke marijuana. People in Colorado, in the state of Washington, and other states are soon going to follow. Why? Because the money is too lucrative. Does anyone think that the drug cartel is no longer generating revenue in those states? You're delusional. They're doing it now under the guise of it being legal. But that's a different story. This isn't about marijuana. This is about the total corruption that this administration, led by the chosen one, has brought upon the American people. Ask yourself a few other questions. A lot of what Obama is doing and has been doing is long-term. And you've heard me say this in previous videos that I've made. The construction of an underground bunker on the grounds of the White House, a communication bunker, he's not building that for Jeb Bush. He's not building that for Marco Rubio or anyone else from the Republican Party that is running or will be running for the Oval Office. They're not going to win. What's going to happen real soon? And Obama and his administration have already started the first phase of it. They've undermined Hillary Clinton. They're the ones that exposed this whole mess with her server. They're the ones that are bringing out additional pieces of information that will further destroy any chance that she might have had. I don't think she's ever been qualified. I think she's a complete idiot, and she's trying to emulate that she has a clue. She's clueless. But that's a different story. If you notice, Obama, with his policies on immigration, it's to gen the Hispanic vote. And what's interesting about Hispanics is the majority of them are Catholic, yet Obama has turned his back on all religion. Why? The only one that he follows is Islam. The wedding ring that he wears has inscriptions, from what I've read. He is married to Allah. He's worn that ring a long time before he met Michael. But again, that's a different story. What's the plan? Well, we know a lot of what Obama's put in place is long-term. None of it is short-term. None of it. So do you think that he would entrust another president to follow through with his agenda on Obamacare, which will soon morph into single-payer system because it doesn't work? I've said this countless times. It just blows my mind that not a single member of Congress has bothered to take a look at the back end because it's non-existent. That's why a married couple who has Obamacare can't add a child. They are clueless. There's no software for it. In either case, that's again a different story. Now, we know that Obama has certain intentions. I shouldn't say we. I know that Obama has certain intentions. And he made it very clear that he intends to transform America. Again, no one asked him into what, and it wouldn't have mattered if he did, because he wouldn't have told you. Obama is, as I've stated thousands of times, a radical, Islamic, extremist, homosexual, Muslim, Arab. And he is the true Manchurian candidate, which again I've said countless times. I referred to him as a Manchurian candidate before he was even elected. So what's the plan? Well, the plan is never to let go of his power. Now, that doesn't mean that he will remain as president, although I did say that he has no intentions of leaving, and I still believe that to be the case. If you take a look at what Obama's done throughout his tenure, he's done everything he can to destroy the American way of life. In essence, what they've done is they've turned the American people, mainly the whites, since the whites make the majority of the population, into slaves. And they have become the ruling class. You've got Jeb Johnson heading up Department of Homeland Security. Does he look white to you? You got Eric H. Holder, soon to be followed by Loretta Lynch. Does she look white to you? You've got Valerie Jarrett. Does she look white to you? And then you've got Susan Rice. Does she look white to you? And I'm sure there's a whole lot more scattered throughout various key cabinet positions that Obama's put in place that we already know belong to the Muslim Brotherhood. But again, that's a different story. So what's the plan? Well, there could be multiple plans, but they all have the same conclusion. Obama will never let go of the power that he now has. And what if, hypothetically speaking, what if Michael comes out of the closet? What if Michael admits that Michael is, in fact, a transsexual? Obama's already gone ahead and done everything that he can to legalize gay marriages throughout the country. And we see them lining up to get married throughout the country. America already put in what they thought was the first black president, when in fact what they put in was a radical Islamic extremist Arab Muslim. But like everything he does and this administration does, is they fool the American people. The American people were led to believe that Obama is an African American. And they wanted to give an African American an opportunity to be in the White House, partially because of their guilt feelings in what happened to the Africans during and before the Civil War. What people still don't understand is it's the Republicans that freed the slaves. It's the Democrats that enslaved them. It's the Democrats that started the KKK. It's the Democrats that introduced and pushed forward the Jim Crow laws. And it's the Democrats that were dead against immigration throughout the late 20s and early 30s. And I've spoken about all of those countless times. So what's the plan? Well, once again, what if Michael comes out and admits to being a transsexual and runs for the Oval Office? Well, you're going to have millions upon millions of gays voting for him. You're also going to have millions and millions of Hispanics voting for him because of what Obama has done for them through his Illegal Immigration Reform Act. I said he's never going to leave, and he won't. He will either introduce martial law and take control of the country, or he'll sit back and allow Michael to become president of the United States as the first transsexual. She might even choose him as her running mate. I know that to many people sounds far-fetched, but did anyone ever expect our country to reach the level that it's reached? Did anyone ever expect that our healthcare, which is 1/6 of our economy, would be taken over and virtually turned inside out and upside down? You know, one of the main reasons that Obama pushed to have people with pre-existing conditions? AIDS. Why? Because he himself is a homosexual. Watch and read the attached link. Watch the video clips that are part of the attached link. And you tell me that Michael is anything other than Michael. You tell me where you think I'm way off base. You tell me where you think that they'll leave the White House. All this stuff with Jeb Bush and Marco Rubio and all the rest of the potential candidates distract, divert, to deceive. While everyone's talking about Jeb Bush and his position on immigration and his position on Common Core, and while they're all talking about all the wonderful things that other individuals have done across the country as governors, they're sitting back laughing. They know what they're going to do. And you're clueless, for the most part, as to what they're going to do. You know what amazes me is that some of the videos that I've done recently on Michael and on other related topics, you get 200 views, 250 views. It's totally insane. That is completely and totally insane. So many people are going to be in for such a rude awakening. Those 250 or 300 viewers, they won't be. But the rest will be. We'll soon see, won't we? If half of what I said is true, we're all screwed, aren't we? Obama won't stop because his work isn't finished. And what's his work? Well, the return of the Ottoman Empire, the Caliphate, Sharia law becoming the law of whatever's left of this land. You think not? You're entitled, as am I.